these things that can be brought back to Thailand, and we try to do that. The strategy is twofold: winning more elections and dominating more ideas. Because in Thailand, as I explained very early, that just winning elections doesn't mean that there will be change. There's former prime ministers who won even more than me. 300 something seats out of 500. We went to set up side and now we returned. So I think winning election is one thing in various countries, but dominating ideas that we have potential that we can realize together also in this future for everybody. Those kind of things that are quite important as well to do. For economic fronts, high household debt. The debt management, because there's many types of debt. There could be agriculture, there could be education, there could be credit, there could be mortgage, there could be automotive. So it cannot be like a blanket solution to that. And you have to structure a bit like this and prioritize number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, because the household debt in Thailand is about 92, 93% out of GDP. It doesn't mean that it's always bad. I mean, I want to say Germany and Japan is probably way above hundreds as well, as long as you turn that debt or that liability into assets for the country. But if it's only for consumption, if it's for unfair finance practices, those are things that you probably have to tackle. If it's agriculture, you have to do a particularly micro thing. If it's for student, whether something that Biden did with the student debt pardoning, is that something that Thailand is thinking about? What about the moral hazard? That would be the second. The credit, automotive, the mortgage, and we go down to this and really think about this. Okay? For the digital wallet, that's, to be fair, some people would call it helicopter money and redistribution of wealth from the middle class to the majority of times. But Singaporeans are doing it too. So I don't think it's the kind of black or white, whether it's the right policies to do it or not. But the context that you really have to think about is the fiscal space. Singapore has a whole bunch of fiscal space to do that. I mean, they could invest in infrastructure and public education. They're thinking about building a dam against water erosion of their island. They have lots of money to spend to help people during this kind of inflation issue and the housing crisis that Singaporeans are facing. But for Thailand, we don't have that kind of fiscal space. So if we wanted to use that amount of money, then it's debatable which one is more important, just to give out quick cash or to really think about restructuring the economy and country and education and things like that. For me, if it's economic, without using any budget, is to demonopolize. If you demonopolize and you take away barrier to entry, that is like legal barrier, and allow SMEs to prosper as well. And the example that I use a lot is on liquor liberalization. Who's from Japan? I thought someone from Japan just now. If there's any, I meant outside. So the Japanese alcohol market and Thai alcohol market is exactly the same size. There are 7 producers in Thailand registered. There's 40,000 in Japan. Again, yeah, same market size in Japan and Thailand. 7 producers in Thailand and 40,000 producers in Japan. Just me going in and liberalize this law so that law doesn't become a barrier to entry in terms of registered capital or things like that. I felt like to decommoditize agriculture, such as rice, which is sake, such as fruits of Thailand, such as sugarcane into rum. I think those are the quick ways without any national budget of very little to really get the SME to be empowered. And we're thinking about things that we wanted to do in steps, which is fair game, that's what I explained, firm ground, which is our people and labor productivity, and fast growth. And normally, if you're a politician anywhere in the world, you will talk about fast growth. You'd be like, I'll be the next AI of Europe, or I'll be the king of crypto in South America, or whatever. Fast growth, robotics in East Asia, but you don't normally focus on the firm ground and the fair game. So fair game, going ground, we capable, and then fast growth can come later on. That would be my restructuring of the economy of Thailand on top of, yes, you probably need some short-term handouts that elevate the pay of the people as well. U.S. and China and Thailand. So we are number 10 in terms of surplus with America. So probably on the list of President Trump after China, and then Japan, and then India. And ASEAN is probably next on the list given the size. And Thailand is top 10 when it comes to surplus. $35 billion to be precise, I checked. And you can kind of extrapolate with what Trump 1.0 and Trump 2.0 would do to Thailand. Trump 1.0, that surplus number was 20 billion. Now it's 35 billion. So smaller surplus during Trump administration, 1.0 in 2017. And we got a currency manipulation watch list slapped by the Americans back in the days. So to say that nothing will happen with Trump 2.0 with Peter Navarro as a Trump's Peace Corps in Thailand back in the days. He graduated from Kennedy School 1979, and he went to Thailand right after as a Peace Corps. And one of favorite countries, according to the New York Times, when they asked Peter Navarro, Thailand is the favorite one. And so to think about that surplus from 20 billion in 2007.
วันนี้ขอประกาศต่อหน้าทุกท่านในที่นี้ว่าเวลาของพวกเราได้มาถึงแล้ว
ฝากกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กดติดตามและกดกระดิ่งให้ด้วยนะครับ